For as long as I can remember, I have felt ugly. I'm not exactly sure where this started, but I do know that when you are raped and sexually abused, a piece of that person is left with you, either physically with sperm and the DNA of that person, literal DNA, or just energetically, emotionally, and spiritually. Sex is a very powerful thing, and it's meant to bind people together. And so, as a child, you end up bound with some of this dark, evil energy that you don't know what to do with. You don't know why it's there. You feel like you're a part of what happened. And growing up, I would hear things in church or in the scriptures, even about the chastity of women being prized above rubies, or the greatness of the Virgin Mary. And these words would stand out to me, and I would feel unclean and unworthy. People would say to me that we had to cover up our bodies, that our bodies were basically dangerous, that it almost gave the feeling that boys couldn't control themselves, and that we were unsafe if we showed too much of our bodies. I was also told by my dad that I looked like a slut when I started to grow a little too much out of my skirt, and he told me to go in and change. I just want to testify that these things have really just split me in half, where I've kind of repelled my own body and my own sexuality. I felt basically like my body would be the thing that would drag me to hell, because I would lean on counters or whatever. When I looked in the mirror, I saw a monster. Still do sometimes. I remember watching an Oprah one time where this girl came on who had some distortions with her image as well. And she was beautiful, like model-like beauty. And she had such a hard time leaving her own room because when she looked in the mirror, she thought she looked so hideous. And I remember looking at that and thinking how funny it is that someone can see something so different than reality. And I started to think about my own, feelings about how I looked in the mirror. And that's when I first started to link maybe my thoughts about myself with my outer appearance.